Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. A couple of pickups that I've gotten here recently, and I think that the number of them accumulated to the substantially good amount that is allowed for showing such pickups. So, first things first, I'm going to show you guys here. Ooh. Now, I got a couple new figurines. I'll show you a couple of them. Got them all just sitting here chilling out on my desk. So now everything is right in the world. And as a Bruzy bonus, the store I got this from, they're about to throw this away, so I just practically snatched it. And basically what's inside here is the used balls. Insert dirty joke there. And practically just keep them in there for storage, as well as it looks kind of cool anyway, just to have on display. So I'm going to put this aside. Next thing I've gotten was for the PlayStation 1, and this game in particular is quite interesting. I've looked at this when I was a child, when I was younger, and I will definitely say it looked interesting to me. Sadly, at the time, for the PlayStation, I just haven't really bought too many games, exception to like a few. But now, making up for that, reliving my childhood, that nostalgia, so to speak, and I am, of course, starting to collect PlayStation 1 games, because they're a little bit cheap than normal at the moment, which is good for me, because I'm a cheap ass, and which is or die trying is pretty much what the abbreviations are, and it also says it down there just in case you don't know. Escape or die trying is pretty much the entire name of the game. However, it's called ODT as well. Double named. Whee! It looks pretty good. I've looked at some gameplay for it in the past. I've seen reviews on those VHS tapes. It looked quite interesting. It's something I would say probably like a 7.0 for most people anyway, or a 6.0 depending on your preference of choice. I'll play some gameplay of this at some point because it looks very interesting. It came complete to a degree. The back of the manual here got ripped out, and it's a good thing that's still there because I already looked through the manual once, so I'm all set with that. I don't think I'm ever going to open that again because that makes me nervous, especially that's just on a hinge and some on this hinge here with some staples. Having a brain fart. Whee! And the artwork inside there is pretty awesome. And discs was in flawless condition, so there's no complaints there at all. So I'm going to put that on the side. Going to pop that in and play some of that, probably at some point. Also, I also got this game here. I mean, I heard it was okay. I mean, found it in the bargain bin for $1. Nah, I'm kidding. It's I just got this recently, and so far I put about 2 or 3 hours into the game, probably 3 hours knowing me, and I gotta say it's a decent game. It's not amazing so far for me because I'm, of course, only 2 hours in. It is interesting because I tried playing this in Japanese, and there's no dubs on there at all, so you're just gonna be sitting there like, I can't, what? You know, you can't understand a word they're saying, and your protagonist, if he plays a chick, for example, because I did, I don't know why mages and chicks just somehow go together. So I play as a female, which is the tall one, of course, which is kind of disappointing because each shape or physique that you pick for your character all have different hairstyles as well as cosmetics. You can put on there like an eye patch with the smallest one, which was kind of annoying because I wanted to have a tall chick with an eye patch on her, but what can you do? So basically, summary of this is it gives you constant updates so far, I've noticed, and it gives you like a ton of units you can purchase from the game, which you don't use your physical money per se. I mean, there is DLC for this where you do pay for, absolutely, but there's also freebies as well from previous installments of Fire Emblem, which is most of the handheld versions. You get characters from that. You can purchase them as units and use those, which is pretty interesting. And they gave some free DLC at the moment as well, and it's quite interesting how, what is it? It gives you a co-op play locally for 2 players, which is quite interesting. Ooh, almost dropped that. Locally, and has Spot Pass, Street Pass, which, again, I'm just reading from the back here. I mean, I already knew this generally, but, you know, just looking at the back of this, you kind of think, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go, it's a JRPG. But past that, it's actually quite interesting. I mean, yes, I know my stand on tactical RPGs is one thing. I just don't care for them heavily that much. It isn't that I hate the genre, it's just I get bored really fast. And let's just hope within 8 hours time of playing this, I don't get bored, because I'll be quite upset. But, you know, these type of games usually take hours to play anyway, so it'll definitely be a worthwhile item in the collection nonetheless. I will say though, off the cuff, I'm not a heavy tactical RPG fan. Then why'd you buy it? Because, you know, maybe I was trying to find some way of getting into the genre and appreciate it. At some point, maybe I can somehow find love for the genre. I mean, don't get me wrong, I played Vanguard Bandits, completed it. I played Final Fantasy Tactics, completed it. And it just feels to me, though, that most of them are kind of the same. You have this cutscenes, and cutscenes, and you have your gameplay, which is really, like, you know, decently long battles when you take turns like a game of chess. You take out the enemies periodically, or you protect somebody for a certain period of time. There's little objectives to it, and it's sort of like a puzzle game in itself. So again, I totally understand the genre. It isn't that I'm bad at the genre, it's just I get bored really fast. And that's just how it is too. It's just like with Dota games. Some people go, oh, don't you dare talk about Dota. I am going to talk about Dota. You know, Dota, to me as well, isn't as appealing. It just, I get very bored rapidly with that game. I just sit there, dude, lane! So I go in lane, I do pretty well, and I'm just sitting there like, drool going down my face, like, oh, bored as hell. So, that's just how it is. I mean, there's this certain genres that don't appeal to me. That's all there is to it. I mean, there's genres that you don't like that I like. Again, that's just how it formulates to. So, yeah. I picked up that, and that. So, take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. Don't forget to touch my nipples. Please.